Hey guys, we are live. This is a make a free day. That's right. I'm going to the dermatologist after this. Anyway, I am super excited for you guys because you are going to meet Diana Cooper, who I am obsessed with. Okay? A whisperer, and she'll tell you her story. She has an amazing new book. It's called The Golden Future, which we're going into in 2032, which she's going to explain how the world is changing. I know we're in chaos, Ukraine, Israel.
Oh, she's in.
Oh, they
Hello.
you did it. You did it. You did it. We both are technology challenged, and we have assistants to do this because I suck at this stuff. Really, it might be too bright.
Yeah, turn it down.
Yeah, turn it down.
Yeah. I had to phone my grandson to learn how to get on.
So I can't see her. It's too bright. Okay, so I was just telling everybody that about your new book.
Oh,
Okay, how I devoured this in 10 seconds.
Really?
And you really are the angel whisperer. I'll call you that. Okay, you're connected to higher source. If you go to her YouTube channel and her Instagram, you're going to see tons of healing techniques that in this crazy world we're living in chaos between Ukraine and Israel and abortion being taken away and Donald F. and Trump, that you need to detox from the energies that are coming at you. And I will say that Diana's techniques are amazing. I have been using her. I found her on YouTube while I was looking for other healers. She pops up. We connected. Her friend Adrian Lee, who does the Akasha Record healing, was at my house the other day for dinner. He's on his way to Mount Shasta right now with hopefully a new girlfriend. Wink, wink.
that would
He's been through it too, right? He's had the dark night. If you've had the dark night of the soul, which means that everything was stripped away from you and you don't know where you're going, you're lost, you might have gone through divorce, like Dinah's going to talk about her history, then this is the hour for you to spend. And bring your friends and family in. Everybody needs this. So I will start with Diana. Tell us how the angels came to see you, because I'm riveted by this, by the way.
okay. Well, you talk about Dark Night of the Soul. I was 42, which is a time for very significant age for a lot of people. And I was at rock bottom. I was getting divorced. I couldn't see a future. I didn't know what to do. And I had no religious background, no spiritual understanding, nothing. No psychic understanding. And I threw myself into a chair and said, if there's anything out there, show me. And you've got 1 hour. And
You gave them, wait, you gave them a time limit? 1 hour?
I was going out in an hour and I said, you've got an hour. And I know it sounds ridiculous now, but I was desperate. And so to my amazement, this golden being came in and he literally held his hand out and pulled me out of my body and took me on a journey and showed me my future and brought me back an hour to the second later. And it was just unbelievable because I knew that this was incredible, but I had no pegs to hang it onto. I didn't know what it was about. But even though I had no understanding, I knew it was an angel. And so I wrote the experience down and I waited and gradually started to meet people that were into that sort of thing. I trained to be a hypnotherapist, set up in practice, was aware of angels around my clients, but didn't connect with them because I worked with the guides. And then and then I got married again.
Oh, wait.
All right.
You got married a second time.
Yeah.
Right.
Not very successful, but at least that time I left that marriage fairly quickly. And those were the two best decisions of my life, leaving my two marriages.
Diana, do you still believe in love, even though those two didn't work out?
Absolutely.
Okay. I
More
just want to make sure.
now,
Yeah, okay.
but there are many kinds of love and many kinds of living and having enriching relationships, which is what this is really about. And so then 10 years after,
tell me about Lord, your master guide, Lord Kimakara. Am I saying it right? How do you say it?
Kimika, yes.
So did he come down and talk to you and say, like, this is what we're going to do? We're going to help humanity and start this whole, you know, movement, because it's a movement, because you were, okay, so Dolores Cannon, before she passed away, everybody knows she's one of the leading authorities on hypnotherapy, quantum healing, and she said we're going into new earth, but nobody had the details on it. You have, this is not a general book. This is major detailed information. This is not something you made. You're not Harry Potter and you made up some fantasy. This is real. You can read this information and you can feel that it's real. Now,
Yeah.
maybe the timing isn't right. You know, we can't all know the timing, but we're in chaos right now. We've never seen the world like this before. Maybe World War II and when the Holocaust happened, but this is Psycho City we're in, and yet we're on course. How is that
Absolutely.
possible?
All because we're going through this period of destruction before the new comes in. So Atlantis lasted for 260,000 years. That ended in 2012. We have a 20-year period to 2032 to shift from a third dimensional planet to a fifth dimensional one. And
So
so,
we're even skipping the fourth. We're skipping the fourth. That's interesting.
well, you're not skipping it, we're going through it.
Through it.
Yeah. And so this has never happened before in the history of the planet. The third dimension is when you're self-centered. The fourth dimension is when you start to open your heart and care for other people. The fifth dimension is when you want for the highest good of everybody.
I'm gonna start
That's what.
crying. I'm gonna start crying. When you talk, I'm emotional right now. I'm gonna start crying. Seriously. You know, and they don't see me cry very often. I'm a tough cookie. You know, I'm a New York. Basically an East Coaster. We don't cry. So this is really, guys. I want you listening, and I want you paying attention, because what you see is going to be taken away, and we're going into this beautiful, blissful world,
Yeah.
which Diana will explain. But this is not airy fairy stuff. So really deep dive in. You know, I don't tell you stuff unless it's true. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry I interrupted. Go.
That's all right. So this is something that's happening to the entire universe, not just Earth, which is why we are receiving so much help, because we are behindhand. The reason Earth went down so low is because a clarion call went out to the universe to say, would somebody take on the experiment of free will? And there was only one planet willing to do so, and that was Earth. And because of that, our energy went down and down. Nobody had any conception that we would go down so low, but we did. We
That's
all
why.
went
So
into.
we're on the reincarnation system and we can't get off. We can't get off. We just keep reincarnating and doing the same crap over and over again.
Well, the reason there are so many people on the planet right now, before 2032, is the end times. And Source has given a dispensation to anyone that wants to come and try and complete their karma to incarnate now, to try and finish their karma. This is why there are so many souls on Earth now. And of course, some of them have got lots of very heavy, deep karma. Some people are coming in and they're taking on all the genetic karma. Others are coming in and taking on family and ancient stuff to try and clear it. Some people are taking on huge jobs and they're high frequency souls, but it's dragged them right down in order to clear karma for the planet. So there's a lot going on. It's not all what it seems to be. But there are also the other side where people are focused on conspiracy and dark energies. And my guide always says to me, give no energy whatsoever to conspiracy theories. Doesn't matter if they're correct, they're all based on fear. And if
So
you
like
give
if you were, not to interrupt you, but if you studied like Debbie Solaris, and she's like a galactic historian with all the planets where we come from, our star seeds, she would say like the Drago, which caused all these wars to the Lyra, and then we live in this loose, fierce society. You say don't look at that and keep moving to the positive, because it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong.
I absolutely say that,
Okay.
yes. Because if you go into a muddy puddle, you get covered in mud. There's no
Right.
other about it.
That's a
And
hard thing to do, you know, like if you're a hostage in Israel right now, or you're living in war-torn Ukraine and they just destroyed your family and your home, like what they did with Navalny, which, you know, I cried for 3 days over that. Um, that's a hard thing to do, to look the other way. Like Jesus says, turn the other cheek, you know?
on an emotional level, it's impossible. On a spiritual level, you look at it from a higher perspective and wonder why those souls chose those experiences in order to grow.
So the
Wow.
martyrdom, and like what Navalny's going to start a movement now, because he knew he went back, he knew they'd kill him, and now he knows like those people are going to go farther and harder to get Putin out, so they're not in a totalitarian dictator society, because change has to happen. You know, like I get it. I understand like people are playing their parts. Like Dolores would say, like this person's an evil entity, but he's playing his part to get change to come, which I hope to God Trump is really just playing his part. You know, we get scared here in this country of what's happening.
Yeah.
But off the political
Can I
point,
just say,
yeah, go on, go on, go on.
everyone comes in with a soul mission, and that might be his soul mission to try and lead that forward. I'm saying that for most people, if you focus on the golden future, which is what the book is all about, it's about the inspiration, then you make it happen, because we are co-creators with the divine. If you focus on the negative, you make that happen. We are immensely powerful. People have no idea how powerful we are, humanity. And so if we focus on the golden future, we will create it. And already we're ahead of the plan. So that's really, really good news.
So since my platform is love and relationships, and I'm looking at the people coming in, they want to understand. I know, like, I have heavy karma with love, clearly. Otherwise, I would have my husband. And I've worked really hard in it. And since I'm an empath, I always attract like narcissists and people that need me to shift their consciousness. And then I'll get a call like 5 years later, my first ex-boyfriend, who you saw on the show, will say, you know, you're the one, you changed me, but I didn't have it at the time when I was with them. So there's something I'm doing energetically. Obviously, on the Akasha Records, I had a list of people I had to appointments with, but I'm kind of sick of it. Now I want my true mate, which is what I'm watching on the the DMs coming in, and it's like, what can we do in from now till the golden future, or even in the golden future, to bring in a compatible divine complement mate? What can we do?
Okay, well, I spoke to my guide and he gave me 6 exercises in order of importance and said, these are the most important things. And the first one is about uncording all relationships. All relationships. By uncording, I mean emotionally clearing the negative cords that have come into you from the thoughts and emotions of that relationship. So uncord them. People don't realize that if you're a woman and you have sex with a man without a condom, then you take on that man's entire sexual history into your body, and then you're clearing that as well. So Archangel Michael is the one who really, really helps with this, because he has this mighty sword of truth. And when you have the intention of clearing all the relationships, he will come in and he will clear them for you. Would you like me to take you through that exercise now?
Yes, yes, done. Uncord me. Everyone. Everyone get comfortable and listen to Diana.
Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. Okay. When you've closed your eyes, take a deep breath and allow yourself to relax. Okay. Imagine that you're in a circle, and you can even draw that circle like a kind of chalk circle around you, so that you are sitting in the protection of a circle. Now see another circle in front of you, and invite every single person that you want to clear a relationship with in that circle. Now, depending on your sexual history, you might have hundreds, or you might just have 1 or 2. Ask them all to come in now. If you've had sex with somebody, you will have a cord to that person. That cord is taking your energy and it's manipulating you. It's changing your relationships. Okay? Just nod, Patti, when you have everybody in that
I don't
circle
have
in front.
that many, so yeah.
That's
Sorry.
okay. Some people might.
I'm going through since I lost my virginity.
That's absolutely fine. Just see all those people in that circle.
Okay.
Then be aware of the cords from either their solar plexus or their sexual, their navel chakra and sacral chakra coming right into you in the circle. And now call in Archangel Michael. Here he is. Whether you believe in him or not, he is with you in deep blue, holding a huge sword of truth. And he is cutting down between those circles and cutting away all those old relationships that no longer serve you. And when it's cut away, just see that circle being pushed away from you and be aware of a great violet flame or a pure white flame of purity coming over that other circle as it floats away into the universe. And all that karma for them is cleared. And now, just be aware of a great waterfall of pure white energy coming over you. Right over you. It's purifying you, clearing and healing all those relationships. Pulling them out, cleansing them right to their roots. You might like to step out and find some new clothes to wear. Something that represents the new you, cleared of that energy.
Okay, that was beautiful.
What we
Guys,
understand.
do you feel different? Tell me on as you're going up and down. Tell me if you feel different. I feel cleansed. That was powerful. Diana, you have on YouTube other exercises that I want the community to look at because I've seen like you have exercises on the videos.
Someone said she cried.
Oh, someone said they cried. They're all saying thank you. They made me, they're all emotional. Catherine's lighter, New York Queen, yes.
Oh, they all loved it.
Carmen Mentor, they're all going crazy over it right now. Oh, they're all going, Diane, you're such a beautiful person. Thank you. Thank you, Archangel Michael, who's my guy. That's who I go to in times of trouble. And
Well,
I kind of have a crush on Raphael, so I got to be honest with you on that one too.
that is awesome. Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, but I can't get Samuel to work for me. And I'm always like, why are you? I work for you pretty much. Like, that's the one angel I don't seem to connect with, you know?
Well, isn't it interesting? Because he will be coming in, not in the next exercise, but the one after that.
Okay.
And the next exercise that Kumikar gave me as the second most important is a very simple and very easy one, and it only takes a moment, and you can do it every day. And that is calling in Archangel Uriel. Now, he's in charge of your solar plexus. And your solar plexus is where you hold your self-worth, your confidence, your self-esteem, all of that. It's your power center. It's where you hold wisdom as well. And so when you've got power with wisdom, no one can mess you around. No one can manipulate you, control you, or put you down in any way. So it's a really, really important center. And when you ask with genuine intention, he will help you. Just close your eyes if you like for 1 second and say in your head, Archangel Uriel, in your gold and ruby light please stand at my left-hand side and activate the qualities of confidence, self-worth, happiness, peace, calm in me. And please stay all day with me, holding me in this golden energy. He's actually here now, and he's giving me a golden disc and saying, tell people to place this golden disc of my energy in their solar plexus, and this will help them to feel that confidence.
Guys, we're going to also have the information that Diana gave us. We'll put it up on Instagram later today, if not tomorrow. And so I know a lot of you aren't going to remember everything. We'll have it. Diana wrote it out for us, so we'll share it. We'll share it. I just know a lot of people can't remember. I love angels since I was a child. My mom tells a really good story that she was drowning in the ocean. She was 8, they had a riptide, and an angel came in and lifted her out, and she survived. So she told me that when I was a little girl, and I've always been obsessed with angels. But I felt Archangel Michael stand behind me, and his wings went out. Yeah.
Good. Fantastic. And you know, the wings are their energies from their heart center. So obviously you triggered something in him, and he is looking after you well and truly.
Right. It's like, I feel like we're in church. Like, I'm so emotional right now because it's like it's not a regular Instagram, and we're gonna bring Diana back because this is gonna be a regular thing. I did them. Oh, one more thing. Diana went to Portugal with Adrian, and I did the monad. We both got sick, my assistant and I. Isn't that weird how you said that? Yeah.
Diana.
And she has an upgraded monad. So if you did the monad with her, and I know a lot of people are from here, from Diana, she has an upgraded version. But if you haven't done the monad, do the monad because it's raising the frequency of the planet, and we need as many people to do this as possible.
No, it's really important, and you can get it off my YouTube, and it's been upgraded 4 times since we were in Portugal, which is amazing. Awesome.
Are we going to get sick again? Are we going to get sick again? If we
No,
do?
no, because that was the first hit of your energy. You know, to cellular level, clear you out, and that's what happened. So
okay, so we can do it now.
Okay.
We'll do it now. We were scared.
I was scared. I was like, I don't want to get sick again.
You probably know this anyway, but Archangel Michael is your overlighting archangel. In other words, he looks after you. Every 7 years, he has a consultation with your guardian angel just to see that you're on the right track, to see if you need any help, to see if you need anything at all. That's
this year for me. That's this year for me. I
well,
turned 63 in May. Yeah.
Right. Just know it. Talk to him.
Okay.
Tell him what
I need a really good, handsome honey. Okay. We're working on it.
oh my God. Okay. Now the third exercise is you have in your relationships what you unconsciously believe you deserve. You know this as well as I do. And you hold deservingness, I'm sure you've done this a million times, at an inner child level. And you need to receive that affirmation that you deserve. All the love, all the very best kind of relationship that you want, that you deserve it. As soon as you really believe it, then of course you get it, because you attract only what you deserve, what you believe you deserve. It is just so powerful that you don't even realize that you don't feel good enough.
How do you if you've had childhood trauma like I have? My dad was an alcoholic narcissist and very abusive, and even though I fought against him, and I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't believe. But in the love department, how do you undo your beliefs that have been programmed? My mom took abuse. I watched her, and they say when the father's absent, the woman becomes more masculine and energetically, but we don't have a choice. No one's taking care of us right now. So how do you undo your beliefs?
Well, we're going to work with Archangel Chamuel, which
Okay, so this is where Chamuel
the
comes in.
heart.
Yeah.
He's the angel of the heart. He's a beautiful pink and white angel.
Mm-hmm.
And so all about love and unconditional love and kindness and all those things. But we're going to just go into the inner child and help the inner child change their belief. Okay? Because for your parents to be so abusive and difficult, I don't know about your father, but was he there for you?
No.
No.
He was like, my mom had 3 men, and the second one was the one who raised me, but I was also adopted. So there's a lot of wounded abandonment issue.
Huge amount.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start the process.
Okay.
And just close your eyes again, Patti. And this applies to everybody because nobody has perfect parents. Okay, just close your eyes and see yourself as a child of 2 or 3. Now, if this is difficult, you can see an angel with you protecting you. Okay. And let your mother come in. She can't hurt you in any way. But what happens if she tries to say, I love you, you're special? What do you see in her eyes?
I think she loved me, but I didn't believe it. I think I didn't believe it. You know, like,
So you didn't.
like I think she, like, you know, she wanted a child for so long because she couldn't have one, but I didn't. I don't know why. I didn't feel like I belonged in that family.
Right, so you didn't feel you belonged. Okay, well, close your eyes, and this time, let her say to you, I really love you. I tried so hard to get you. I waited for you, and you belong. You really belong. You're special, Patti. And what do you see in her eyes now when she says this?
I see love. I see love.
You see love. Okay. And let her tell you now, as she's looking at you with that love, you deserve a wonderful, rich, warm, and love-filled relationship. I'm going to say it again. She's saying you deserve a wonderful, rich, warm, and love-filled relationship. And what do you see in her eyes as she says that?
I think she really means it, because I think she comes from a place of bad relationships and she doesn't want that for me. You know?
Okay.
I'm
So
starting to
keep your
cry.
eyes on.
Yeah.
Just stay with it.
Okay.
Just stay with that little child. Now, when you look into your little child's eyes now, what do you see there? Do you see love or do you see fear?
No, I see love.
Right. So your inner child can accept it. And can you now say, I, Patti, deserve a wonderful, rich...
Yes, because I believe I deserve a wonderful, rich relationship. And I believe all of my community does too. Everybody even who's not even online right now.
Of
Everybody
course.
deserves it.
Everybody in the whole planet deserves it. And in the golden future, we're living towards it. But your little inner child, maybe just a bit of that old belief has scraped away as we've done that. And you might need to do it every night for a while, but it will change something for you. But Patti, now, see that little child again, and this time, Father.
Oh, this is harder. Okay.
Okay. Now, what does your father say?
He's saying I'm sorry. He's saying I'm sorry.
Okay. So when he says I'm sorry, is that from love or from fear?
No, that's from love. I know him in spirit because he comes to me every now and then. He says he's sorry in my dreams.
Oh, that's fabulous. And so your little inner child hear it. In his voice, hear his voice telling that little child, you, Patti, you deserve to have a wonderful, rich, warm, and love-filled relationship.
Yeah.
How does that little child inside you feel?
Full. Good. Loved.
Loved. So, Patti,
Mhm.
let me
Mhm.
ask you now, right into your eyes, do you deserve a wonderful, warm, love-filled, respectful relationship?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So, one step nearer to attracting it.
Okay.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
so every time anybody does that simple exercise, there is another bit which we didn't need to do. But if your father or mother can only see you only see fear in their eyes, then you have to become the adult
Mm-hmm.
and give them the love first, so that they can love.
Mm-hmm.
You know all of this, but sometimes it's really good to be reminded. The next thing is about getting clear about what you really want, because people think that they want something and it's not really what they want. Do you want a companionship?
No, I want
Do
a
you
marriage.
want
I want a marriage.
interest?
Most people on the community either want a serious, committed, monogamous relationship. If they've been divorced, they may not want to, get married again, especially in the state of California. But most people want to be married, and I've never been married. I've never experienced it. I got close a couple times, but they were very damaged people that wanted me to heal them, and that was very exhausting.
Yeah. And so it's really important to decide what you do want. Is it kindness? Is it caring? Is it
Yes.
faithfulness?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a million things? So what do you want in a relationship? And I think it's a good idea later, if anybody's watching, just to write down a list of what they do want, not what you don't want. And I'll tell you for why. So many people say, I don't want a controlling man. Your angels only hear controlling man. They bring you
I don't believe in doing, when I teach my students, I don't believe in the negative. We have to wipe the negative away and stay on the positive road and live in the now. I was trained by Abraham originally in 1989, but I've moved on to Neville Goddard, and living in the end and believing it's possible and trying to push the noise out. That's kind of where I live. I live in positivity. And I've spent hours writing my list, like, days. We just had a vision board party at my house for
mm-hmm,
the new year. So
mm-hmm.
I know what I want. I think a lot of women are discouraged, especially in Hollywood right now. The women in the community here, that they can't find the men. So I get A-listers calling me, big ones, Academy Award winners. Where are the men? Where are the men? And they're like hiding in their houses or something because they're not online. The kind of man that I'm not saying it can't be, and we can ask Chamuel to pull them in, but I'm saying like they're all getting discouraged as they age up. It's sad, really,
It's very sad. And here's something that you can do, everyone can do. Archangel Chamuel, the angel of love, as pink and white, he is pure love. Just ask him now, this
Mm-hmm.
minute, to stand behind you
Mm-hmm.
and place his beautiful, soft wings around you. Just feel him touch your heart. And then ask him to place in your heart and activate all the qualities that you want in a man. Give them to you.
Pink is my favorite color. That was easy.
Could you feel him, Patti, this
Yeah, I
time?
felt the feathers on my heart, and I felt him nod and say yes. Yeah.
Brilliant. Because as you know, everything that we just attract. Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
so if you are kind, you attract somebody who's kind. If you're compassionate, you attract somebody who's compassionate. So if instead of expecting the other person to provide it, you hold that energy, then you attract somebody with a like frequency to you. And you can ask Archangel, just like we did with Uriel, you can ask Archangel Chamuel every day just to activate love and kindness and empathy and compassion in you. And you're radiating that out so you get that back. You've had to be tough. So you're probably not sending out those gentler, softer qualities because you're scared of getting hurt and battered and controlled and manipulated and all the things that happened to you when you were a child. So if you
somebody just said, let me go down here. Can you pull it down?
Right.
Okay. So Hannah, how do you say her name?
Hannah
Daisy Locke just said empaths tend to track narcissists. How does one stop doing that?
you get very clear about your energies that you're sending out.
I can see her face. Okay.
Because at some
yeah.
those people are sending out, I want to heal you. And that's actually not what the message you're needing to be sending out. You're needing to be sent out, I am complete in myself. I want somebody else who's complete in themselves. The subliminal message is, I'm a healer, I'm an empath, therefore I'm going to attract somebody that I can look after and heal. And so they'll trot along for you straight away. There's always a subliminal message. So if that's what you're getting, start changing it and send out for another complete whole person that can walk side by side with you, not one of you carrying the other.
This is amazing. What's the next step?
Okay, well, that was get clear about
and
what
by
you
the way,
really
thank you for all the angels that are assisting us today. You know, Camuel and Archangel Michael and Uriel. I know there's plenty more, but we want to thank the angelic realm for this.
Yeah. And somebody just said they could see a golden angel behind me. Well, that's my guardian angel. Okay.
Oh, wow. They can see? That's amazing. I'm more clairaudient. I hear. I'm not a seer, I hear. So I heard him talk to me. Several of the angels. Yeah. That's amazing.
That's cool.
In that last exercise, which was to get clear about what you really want.
Right.
And I think you're missing out is the bit about being whole in yourself.
Whole in yourself.
Complete in yourself. And you want another whole, complete person to walk with in this life. Yeah?
Yes.
So what I'd like you to do now is just to connect with your guardian angel. Your guardian angel is the one who creates the synchronicities that you meet these people. So just ask your guardian angel, as you did with Chamuel, to stand behind you. Now, he's probably golden, but he might be a different color. Just sense it. And once more, just feel him coming over you, through you, and into you. His angelic qualities right in you. And now tell him exactly what you do want in a relationship.
Okay, that was amazing. I saw mine purple. Is that
okay?
Yeah.
Any color is possible. If the color that you need at this particular time is purple, then your guardian angel will appear as purple, but it's mostly gold.
Okay.
See, purple is a very royal color. It's a very strong color. So you're actually needing a strong man to walk beside you.
Yep, that's That's my problem. Yep.
Yep.
Yuppity up.
Not somebody that you can manipulate, because the chances are you'll want to because of your childhood. You know, we all have that to deal with. Everybody, every person has all these things to deal with. And somebody was asking about their guardian angel, and this electric blue, what does it mean? Well, blue is the color of communication. Dark blue is the color of protection. Sorry, these are just questions coming up. And somebody's asking about the guardian angel's name. If you want to connect with your guardian angel and you haven't done so, here's a very quick way of doing it. Rub your hand. I know you don't need to do this, Patti, but other people might need to do it.
Well, let's do it together.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Rub our hands.
Yeah, that's just to energize them. Just think about your guardian angel.
Catch on fire.
Just bring your hands together until you can feel a resistance. The point when you feel the resistance, that's like the edge of your aura.
Right there. I can feel it.
Okay. And then bring the energy down over you in a golden vibration, because all angels vibrate with gold at some level, even if there's up. And
Do you feel the heat? I just felt the heat as I was pulling it down. That was cool.
Right.
Kind of chill.
And
yeah,
vibration of your guardian angel. Then just sit quietly and ask the name if that's what you want to know. Maybe ask a question. Know that the answer will come to you, because whether you believe in angels or not, they are there. They are with you.
Okay.
Somebody's asking, who is Haniel? Haniel is an angel of joy. Funnily enough, I've got my angel cards here.
What's the next step?
Don't know.
Oh.
Might just appear on top. No. Sometimes, you know, with magic, they just appear on top, but no, it's not going to. It's the angel of joy. Brings you joy, brings you happiness. And so if that's the name of your archangel, fantastic, or angel. By the way, before we started, I pulled a card for you and this, and it was
Zadkiel. Which one is it?
It's Zadkiel.
Oh, and what does Zadkiel do?
The angel of the violet flame.
Oh, that's why I got purple.
Yeah. So it's time for transmutation. Transmutation.
I'll look him up later and read about him.
Somebody, I was just trying to follow the question. Somebody asked if you could have two guardian angels, which is a very interesting question. When you become fifth dimensional, a second guardian angel is allocated to you. And at that point, you have two. So your first one stays with you throughout your entire soul journey. The second one is allocated for this lifetime. And at the end of this lifetime, it returns into the general pool of angels. So just looking at the question.
So when we go into the golden age, is it going to be like, will we notice? Like, do we go illuminated? Like our bodies change? Like, how does it work when we actually do the physical process of it?
We are moving to a time when we will have crystalline light bodies. People are already working towards that now. In fact, my next online thing, which is a YouTube, is building your crystalline light body.
Diana, when is that? So we can say, when is your next?
Hang on, that's on the 11th of March, and it's called Full Body Cellular Upgrade, because it happened to me when I was asleep, and I woke in the morning with this incredible surgeon there, and I was told he was a 10th dimensional medical master and that he'd given me a full body cellular upgrade. And then as a result of that, I was taken and shown what to do so that other people could receive one too. And so I'm taking people through that it'll be 7 o'clock UK time, which is of course 11 a.m. your time. And that's on the 11th of March. But all the details are on my website.
And it's recorded, so if you miss, you got to work or something's wrong, you can't go. You can buy it. You can buy it on our site. All of our recordings are on DianaCooper.com, and definitely go to YouTube to get the freebies. But I recommend paying for it. It's not. You are so cheap, Diana. I was like, what? I'm going to redo your marketing. I was so blown away how inexpensive. Adrian too. The two of you. This is like not expensive. This should be like you're going to the doctor and you're getting a maintenance cleaning, because I don't think when I found you two, I was like obsessed. And I have done Adrian's healings as well. He's not here today. He will do another one with us, but he is in the United States right now. And I will tell you that all of her books, this is not the only book,
Oh,
are
no,
fascinating.
34 books.
You've written, I mean, I don't even know, like this is not like general airy fairy, like New York Times bestseller list stuff. This is detailed information, how to transform your life, where we're headed, where we're going. So every time you have a crash day and you think the world's coming to an end, we're going to the golden future. That's what you got to think about, you know?
The cards are coming out this month too. And
Oh, that's right. You have new cards. Talk about your new cards. Tell us about that.
Well, they're called Golden Future Oracle. And I also picked one for tonight. They're absolutely stunning. The artwork is just simply amazing. The one that came up for tonight was actually family relationships, which was interesting. But most of them are much more quirky. They're just all incredibly full of life force and color. And they're all about different aspects of life in the golden future. And literally, my guide said that just holding the cards moves you immediately into the fifth dimension.
One more thing about Diana. She is a crystal wizard like I am. I'm obsessed with crystals. Everybody knows my house. Adrian came over for dinner. He brought me a crystal. I was like, how did you know I love crystals? So you can go and you can learn from Diana what each crystal does, how to activate it, how to protect yourself, how to bring in love or money or whatever you're working on. And she gives you really in-depth information, more than a book would give you. So definitely check that out with her as well, because there's a lot of information there. You're going to get a little overwhelmed at first, but go at your own pace and the angels will guide you to what you need, as far as, I tell people,
And you mentioned Adrian. I have to say about Adrian, he is brilliant. He comes from Andromeda, and my guide always says, many people say that they can do these clearings, but he has got the right energy to do it. And he does. You can literally
I do it because of you. I did his clearings because of you.
Oh, did you? Right. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
well, I found you, and then I've always studied the Akasha records since I was like really young. I always knew there was this records of the past and present and future lives. And because I was psychic as a child. So like, I saw stuff that I knew when someone was going to die, I knew someone's going to get divorced. And that's how I match people. I read their energy. Or like I just did a special on Travis and Taylor last night that aired, which will air tonight on Hulu, you guys. If you missed it last night on Fox with TMZ, it's on Hulu tonight. And I told them what the energetic thing, and I saw them get close. I'm just worried about the traveling and the little bit of partying. But other than that, they're good. And I looked, and I'm an astrologer by nature. So I'm going to be talking to Pam. I'm going to be talking to Pam this week. We have to get Pam on Instagram Live. She's afraid of it. So she's doing a reading on me this week. And I can read like she can read. So I know how to read astrology. So we're going to talk about progressions and transit and where the world's going and all that stuff. So I'm going to try to get her on. She's a little nervous about that. I might have to have you go over to her house and set her up on the Instagram. But Pam is really close with this community. She's an amazing astrologer. If you love astrology, check her out on YouTube.
No. Yeah. Like Adrian Lee and Pam Gregory.
Right.
So,
exactly.
Somebody
but
was
Diana, I have to ask you one question. Oh, what's that? Is that an orb?
Yeah. And that's an orb of Archangel Mary mix and Zadkiel together. And so you can imagine the love they're opening up for you as you look at that.
So when you go in your garden or outside your house, you see orbs and then
No.
you take pictures of it? That's what
No.
you were doing?
People, I have taken them.
Okay.
Yeah, not for time. I haven't taken them recently, but people send them to me all the time.
Oh, wow.
Shall we do the last two exercises?
Yes, please, because I know the time's going to run out. People got to get back to work because it's lunchtime here. Okay, go.
Throughout your soul journey, you've had many good relationships, yeah? And Archangel Ariel is in charge of the soul star chakra. Actually, by coincidence, that is about a soul star chakra. And so that's also very connected to what we're going to do. And so it's very, very simple. You just literally ask Archangel Mariel to go down the timelines of your soul. So imagine your soul star chakra radiating out the timelines that your soul has been on, long journeys, this life, other lives, on other planets, in maybe other universes. And ask Archangel Mariel now to go down all those pathways and bring forward the energy of the good relationship experiences you've had and put them in a cellular level in your body. Okay? You don't have to do anything more. If you do that every day, I guarantee that things will change. It only takes 2 minutes. And the other one that Kimiko gave me was about bringing the energy of your sacral chakra to your heart chakra to attract true love, because the energy on the entire planet is rising. And so it's time to raise the frequency of love from the sacral, which is the sexual chakra, which is the physical chakra, to the heart. So relationship that's less based on the physical and more based on love. And in the golden future, this is where all partnerships will be, and they will be much, much happier. Archangel Gabriel is in charge of the sacral chakra. And when that chakra is fully open and truly loving, it's pale pink, a beautiful pale pink color. Ask Gabriel now. Now this is the sacral chakra. It's where your sexual organs are. It's above the base, below the navel. And just ask him now to fill it with true love, with soft, pink, true love. And then for a moment, breathe that soft pink love into your sacral chakra. Just breathe it in. Ask Archangel Gabriel to bring pure love into your sacral. And just mentally say again, I am only interested in a relationship that empowers and enriches me, that enhances my positive qualities, that is based on genuine love, that is a soul relationship.
Wow.
That one feel.
Everything just feels, I mean, I just want to go about my day and dance on the beach.
Sing.
Like it's just, you just lifted, like it's like we just got cleansed in a spiritual angelic shower. You know, it's all the crud just got off of us, you know?
You know, that need. That's actually just what we need. And then, whoa,
Yeah.
you know, angels
Yeah.
bring the coincidences, the synchronicities in, and new things happen. You know, magic and miracles happen every day.
I think that's what we all need, a miracle. And we have to get out of, like, you know, it's very hard on social media and the news, and we get negative and we compare ourselves to others because we're watching social media, which half the time is a bunch of bunk. You know, you watch a person that you know that got married or engaged, and you're like, why not me? And then I go, how do you know what their relationship's like? And 9 times out of 10, 9 months later, they get divorced. You know, it's like, stay in your lane of positivity. Do these exercises every day, which we will put up on Instagram. I'll start putting it up around all my Facebook, my Instagram, and my TikTok. But you need to stay in your lane, and you have to do the work. And you connect with your angels like Diana's teaching you. You can't just walk around and expect the world just fall in your lap when you're not clearing yourself. You got to clear yourself, you know?
Well, that's true. But can I say one more thing?
Sure, say anything.
This year is a leap year. And my PA texted me and said, are you putting out something for leap year? And I said, no. I asked my guide, and I thought he'd say, oh, no, it's a man-made thing. He said, no, it's hugely important. And this year is very, very important. He said that if you sit quietly and you hold a vision this year on the 29th,
Write that down.
then angels will give you a huge boost.
Okay, so guys, you heard it.
That's
The
2 days.
29th is what?
2 days.
Okay, so in 2 days, prepare yourself.
Mm.
I would do these exercises that Dinah gave you for the next 2 days, especially the one about getting clear of what you want. So that on the 29th, when you ask the angels to clear yourself and put in what you want, they're activating you, you know?
Yes, they will.
Right. Because this, look, I know me, I'm a worker bee. You give me something, I do the task, I do the exercise. And some things will resonate with you and some things won't. Take the ones that you feel connected to. I've had Archangel Michael since I was a child connected to. And so whenever I'm in trouble or I'm scared or whatever, I go to him and he just protects me. But there's so many more angels. I didn't know about Chamuel. I didn't know about, Ezekiel. I only knew about Uriel, Gabriel, and Raphael, Raphael, the four. Like, I didn't know there was an angelic realm. Christiel, Mariel. I didn't know about these things. So read Diana's books and watch her on YouTube, because she has different ones for different categories, especially if you've had a health issue, Diana. You know what it's like when you're scared and you've had a health problem and you don't know who to go to.
I wasn't
You know?
at all. It was wonderful. I knew I was going through an initiation. An initiation is a test to take you to a higher frequency. I knew fabulous new things were coming in, and I was just full of joy and happiness the entire time. It was amazing.
I had a health scare where I thought I had cancer, and I didn't, because I didn't believe it. And I went to 5 doctors, and on the 5th one, he said, you don't have it. I had a bronchial cyst on my neck. And I had PET scans and MRIs, and I did the whole 6-month thing. But the whole time, I was going to Michael and Gabrielle, like saying, protect me in this MRI, protect me in this PET scan. And the doctor, the head of UCLA, said, there's no way you don't have cancer. And when they came back the PET scan, he's like, his mouth dropped to the floor. And I said, told you I didn't have it, because he wanted to cut it out the next day. So if you're going through a health scare, they are the go-to team. I'm telling you right now, I was in denial and it worked for me. And they cleared whatever was the problem, because it wasn't what I thought it was. And yet you can get people telling you have this and you have that, and you have to go through this. You need to clear your own body. I tell that to people all the time, that it's up to you. I've seen miracles of people very ill clear their own body.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've studied that since I was a child, really.
And there's no judgment, because we do not know what that person has taken on when they have
Exactly.
that.
Right.
Especially,
And if you're meant to pass, then you're meant to pass, like in peace, And I tell people that all the time. I said, sometimes the lesson is upstairs. It's not downstairs. You're meant to go at this point in time. Like, horrible things have happened in the last year to people. And we're like, why? Well, you don't know what they set up karmically.
no.
So leave it be, and just pray for those. Like, we pray for the hostages to be returned. We pray for Gaza to have food and eat, and, you know, all the Palestinians to be and live in prosperity and stop killing and all that stuff. We pray for everyone on the planet to have peace. Everyone, Ukraine,
Well,
whatever you're going through.
the Golden Future book is really the journey to world peace. Because when we're all fifth dimensional, as we will be in 2032, people who aren't won't want to stay on the planet. You know, they won't be interested in the fifth dimensional energies. And so then we will move into something much higher. And in 2032, as the energies rise and the portals open, then there's going to be a huge energy coming out of China, out of the great cave in China, bringing pure white love over the whole planet, so that everybody is going to feel it, and it's going to open the higher heart of humanity. There are so many things that I share that are destined to happen around that.
You talked about like the most negative vortex, which will shift, is in Afghanistan. Didn't you say that once about Afghanistan, that it has to, that's when we know?
That is supposed to be, it's supposed to be the last place at peace on earth. And so that's why it's so, and that's why so much energy goes into Afghanistan. And of course, it's an incredibly powerful place because the mountains are full of emerald and gold and all sorts of precious stones, all radiating out energies. And as soon as that's at peace, then there'll be a huge shift. When the world is at peace and international cooperation